The Babysitter. It was a cold Friday evening when Mia arrived at the old Victorian house nestled at the edge of the forest. The house belonged to the Bennetts, a wealthy family with two children, 8-year-old Lily and 5-year-old Max. Mia had babysat for the family a few times before, but something about tonight felt different. The air seemed heavier, and the dense woods surrounding the house made her uneasy. Mrs. Bennett greeted her warmly at the door. "Thank you so much for coming on such short notice, Mia," she said, pulling on her coat. "We'll be back by midnight. The kids are already upstairs and they've had dinner. Just make sure they're in bed by 9 o'clock. "No problem, Mrs. Bennett." "Have a good evening," Mia replied with a forced smile. As the parents left, Mia locked the door behind them and let out a small sigh. The house was eerily quiet, save for the occasional creak of the wooden floors. She made her way upstairs to check on the kids, finding Lily reading a book in bed and Max playing with his toy cars on the floor. "All right, kiddos, it's almost bedtime," Mia announced. "Or can we stay up a little longer?" Lily pleaded. "Nope. Your mum said 9 o'clock and I'm sticking to it," Mia said with a grin. After a bit of coaxing, she managed to get them both tucked in. She turned off the lights and headed back downstairs to relax. The living room was spacious, with a large fireplace and a collection of family photos on the mantel. Mia settled on the couch with her phone, scrolling absent-mindedly through social media. That's when she heard a faint noise coming from upstairs. It sounded like footsteps. Her stomach tightened. Probably just the kids, she thought. She went upstairs to check, peeking into Lily's room first. The girl was fast asleep, her book resting on the nightstand. Max was also in bed, snoring softly. "Must have been my imagination," Mia muttered, heading back downstairs. She had just sat down when the noise came again, louder this time. It wasn't footsteps anymore, it sounded like scratching, coming from Lily's room. Mia's heart raced as she grabbed her phone and headed upstairs once more. She opened Lily's door carefully and saw the girl still asleep. But then she noticed the closet door. It was slightly ajar, and the scratching sound was coming from inside. "Lily," Mia whispered, shaking the girl awake. "What is it?" Lily asked groggily. "Did you leave your closet open?" Lily shook her head, her eyes widening in fear. Mia swallowed hard and walked toward the closet. Her hand trembled as she reached for the doorknob. She pulled it open in one swift motion, only to find nothing. The closet was empty, except for a few clothes and toys. Mia let out a shaky laugh. "See, nothing to worry about," she said, trying to reassure both herself and Lily. She closed the closet door tightly and tucked Lily back into bed. But as she turned to leave, Lily grabbed her hand. "It doesn't like the door closed," the girl whispered. Mia froze. What doesn't like the door closed? Lily didn't answer. She simply rolled over and pulled the blanket over her head. Back downstairs, Mia couldn't shake the feeling that something was wrong. She tried distracting herself with TV, but the uneasy silence of the house kept her on edge. Every creak of the floorboards, every gust of wind outside made her jump. At around 10:30, she decided to make some tea in the kitchen. As the kettle boiled, she heard a loud thud from upstairs. Her heart leapt into her throat. She grabbed a kitchen knife just in case and cautiously climbed the stairs. The sound had come from Max's room. She opened the door and found his bed empty. The blankets were thrown on the floor and his toy cars were scattered everywhere. "Max," she called, her voice trembling. No response. She checked under the bed, the closet, and even the hallway. But he was nowhere to be found. Panic set in as she rushed to Lily's room. "Lily, wake up. Max is missing." Lily sat up, rubbing her eyes. "He's not missing. He's hiding where Mia demanded." "In the closet," Lily said, pointing. Mia's stomach dropped. She didn't want to open that door again, but she had no choice. She gripped the knife tightly and flung the closet door open. Max wasn't there. Instead, she found a small, crudely drawn symbol scratched into the back wall of the closet. It looked like a circle with jagged lines radiating from it, almost like a sun. "What is this?" Mia whispered, touching the carving. Lily's voice came from behind her. "That's where it comes from." Mia spun around. "What are you talking about, Lily? What comes from there?" "The man in the dark," Lily said matter-of-factly. "He plays with Max sometimes." Mia felt a chill run down her spine. "What man?" But before Lily could answer, the closet door slammed shut on its own. Mia screamed and yanked the door open, but the closet was empty again. She grabbed Lily by the arm and pulled her out of the room. "We're leaving," now Mia said, dragging her toward the front.